My girlfriend of 5 years said, "I'm not attracted to you anymore, I need an alpha," I replied. "I understand." Jessica sat me down in our living room last Tuesday with this rehearsed speech about how she needed someone who takes charge, a real leader. Then came the kicker. She'd been getting close to my coworker Mark from marketing. "He's everything you're not, Michael," she said, her voice dripping with condescension. "Confident, ambitious, going places. You're just comfortable being mediocre." I sat there quietly while she explained how Mark was about to get promoted to regional director, the position that would make him everyone's boss, including mine. She'd even been feeding him insider information from her role in HR to help his application look stronger. "Once Mark gets that promotion, we'll be the power couple of the office," she grinned, practically glowing with excitement. "He's already talking about the company car, the corner office, the executive perks. That's the kind of man I need." She went on about how Mark commanded every room he entered, how he closed deals with a handshake, how he had that killer instinct that I apparently lacked. She said watching him work made her realize what she'd been settling for all these years. "You're a great guy, Michael, but you're just not leadership material. You'll always be support staff," she said, patting my shoulder like I was a child. "Mark sees the big picture. He takes risks. He makes things happen." The insult stung because it was so calculated. She'd clearly been thinking about this for months, comparing us, weighing our worth like commodities. In her mind, she was trading up. "I need someone who fights for what they want," she continued. "Someone who doesn't just accept things as they are. Mark would never just sit there quietly like you're doing right now." I simply said, "I understand," and went to bed. Here's what she didn't know. 3 weeks ago, corporate had secretly offered me that same regional director position. They said Mark looked impressive in meetings, but consistently made promises the technical team couldn't deliver. His strategies sounded great, but ignored crucial operational realities. "We need someone who understands both sides," the VP had told me during our confidential meeting. "Someone who can actually execute, not just sell dreams. Mark's proposals look flashy, but half of them would bankrupt us if we tried to implement them." The VP explained that while Mark was great at client presentations, he'd caused 3 major project delays in the past year by overpromising capabilities we didn't have. Meanwhile, my quiet efficiency had been saving the company millions by designing systems that actually worked. I'd been hesitant to accept because I genuinely enjoyed my current role as senior systems architect. I liked solving complex problems, building things that worked. Management politics wasn't appealing. But after Jessica's speech about needing an alpha and her casual dismissal of my capabilities, my hesitation completely disappeared. Her betrayal had clarified everything. Monday morning, I walked into the VP's office and accepted the position. "Outstanding choice, Michael," he said, shaking my hand firmly. "We'll announce it Wednesday. I have to say, we were hoping you'd come around. The board was unanimous. You're exactly what this company needs." That Tuesday, Mark was already celebrating prematurely. I heard him on a call with a client, making promises about timeline and capabilities that were completely unrealistic. He'd even ordered business cards with regional director printed on them. Jessica texted me from HR saying she was so excited for the big announcement tomorrow and that she'd already made dinner reservations to celebrate Mark's promotion. She seemed to think I'd be happy for them. Wednesday at 2 p.m., the company-wide email went out introducing me as the new regional director, effective immediately. My first directive was restructuring the marketing promises to align with actual technical capabilities, essentially undoing everything Mark had been promising clients. Mark got his rejection email 30 minutes later. I heard through the office grapevine that he'd actually thrown his computer mouse at the wall. I was setting up my new corner office when Jessica walked by around 4 p.m. She stopped dead in her tracks, staring at the nameplate on my door. Her face went completely white as she processed that her mediocre ex-boyfriend was now her supervisor. Through the glass, I watched her fumble for her phone, probably calling Mark. But Mark wasn't answering. He was too busy cleaning out his desk and canceling those premature business cards. That evening, my phone buzzed with a text from Jessica. "We need to talk. This changes everything." I replied, "I understand." Mark put in his 2 weeks notice the next morning. Jessica tried to schedule a meeting with me 3 times that week. I was finally the alpha she'd been looking for. I just wasn't hers anymore.